Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Shubham Sam, for the wonderful introduction. So, I'm myself Neha Isa, and as Sir have told that I'm a faculty in business analytics domain. I'm here with my fellow colleague, Professor Neetu Kamra, and we would like to thank all of you for joining this webinar on COVID-19 comeback, the business continuity plan in banking and automobile sector. So, in the first half, I will be covering the banking sector, right, which includes the cognitive AI capabilities, artificial intelligence capabilities in banking sector during and post COVID-19 scenarios. So, I will start with listing some of the impacts of COVID-19 in banking sector. So, how financial sector can win the battle through IBM cognitive platform, and I will be discussing about two case used cases which IBM have a collaboration with. So this will show you how the impacts of COVID-19 in financial sector as well as cognitive artificial intelligence solutions to overcome the impact. So we all know that as social distancing creates a gap between companies and customers, business must adopt new models for engagement. Right? Everybody is changing their business plan, their modeling process because of this pandemic situation. So getting static with solutions for online channel experiences, everybody heard about terms like automation, digitalization, and support from for remote services areas. Like today also you all are attending this webinar through online mode. So, with growing stringent lockdown measures, every service center is forced to work from home, and therefore, we will see a need of more secure and stable remote working parameters. And therefore, there is a need of more resilient and response efficient contact centers to handle impressive call volumes from customers like as if I give an example of specifically to banking sector, so there are many customers who are worried about whether my insurance policy comes under the coverage COVID-19 situation. Is it covering this situation, or what about my I have cancelled my holiday plans and there is a delay in receiving my payment. There are ample amount of call volumes coming from the customers. So if we see for the longer perspective, there will be more calls for to the banking and the specifically insurance sector, health decks, leading more help desk options. So when we talk about customer experience, what everybody wants is a customer satisfaction. And customer satisfaction will only be possible if there is a timely response. Timely response is the key, right? Sir, can you move to the next? Sir, please stay with this slide only. Please. Thank you, sir. So as in the diagram, you can see there are three parameters. The first one is citizens. So, what IBM Cognitive AI Solutions helping to the banking sector to overcome these three segments? Citizens. Then we have delighting our customer with a 24 hour 7 365 customer interaction, and the last one is the employees who need to help the customer on the call with relevant answers with seamless interactions through virtual assistant. Right? So next slide, please. Should, yes. So you can see there are two cases I have picked up with respect to the banking industry, and IBM has a collaboration with ICMR. ICMR is, it comes in the headlines of the Hindu newspaper that it is leveraging IBM famous artificial intelligence technology, Watson. Like for many of you this might be a new term, Watson, and my fellow colleague Professor Neetu Kamra will also discuss about what is actually Watson all about. In short and summarized manner, if I say, it is like a chatbot, like a machine is answering, right? And with as it is a human being, like we ask question from a human being and we get answer in the similar manner, machine is giving you the answer. So Watson, which was deployed live with 48 hours, I'm mentioning the time specifically because time is the key, and everybody is concerned about getting timely response. In today's session, also all have joined before the session started because time is the key. So with 48 hours to streamline data entry and organization process. So it is basically a chatbot, Watson assistant chatbot, and how it helps the agencies. So Watson is assisting the centers. उसके अंदर आ क्या क्या चीजें रही हैं? प्रोसेसिंग, कैप्चरिंग, रिकॉर्ड्स, रिपोर्टिंग ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स. अब किस चीज का रिकॉर्ड रख रहे हैं ये जो टूल है, रिगार्डिंग द टेस्ट, regarding the storage of kits and reagents. So this service is available across centers in both the languages, Hindi and English, and it is a proof they have seen the improvement in the response time in data handling of the agents because of this machinery, because of Watson assistant chatbot, because it is feeding all the data from the customer end. And in COVID-19 situation, this is such a key and important role to play by Watson Assistant as chatbot, helping the customer endings. Another case mentioned here is I would like to highlight is UK Bank, TSB Bank, which has launched recently a smart agent function, which was deployed by IBM, developed by IBM, and this was introduced in just 5 days time span to serve the customers who are infected by coronavirus. So what is the functioning of this smart agent? It is a virtual assistant again, which will help tedious staffs to serve customers despite working from home. And it gives the customer the ability to apply COVID-19 specific measures. कैसे measures? जैसे मैंने आपको previously slide में भी mention किया था regarding the repayment of the holidays, like mortgaging, personal loans, business loans, as well as the option to ask questions and get answers live from employees when they are working from home. क्योंकि हमें मेन टेंशन क्या होती है कि पता नहीं कस्टमर कैसे कॉन्टैक्ट सेंटर कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा, हमें कब टाइम मिलेगा, हमने अपनी क्वेरी लीव कर दी एंड समटाइम्स वी डोंट गेट अ रिप्लाई ओनली, कि इस चीज का रिप्लाई नहीं होता चैटबॉट के पास, राइट? So these are the solutions leveraging artificial intelligence capabilities through IBM Cognitive Platform. There are many cases with respect to artificial intelligence, but I have picked these two because these are very recent one. Like, sir, I request you to change the slide, please. Next slide. Thank you, sir. As you can see in the given slide, I have mentioned the three pillars, the three key pillars for the banking industry. These three pillars are for every industry, right? We are making our product for the user experience, and also we required our operating costs to be lower, and we all need new revenue streams, right? So let's take it step further. We are, by the sense of improving user experience, I'm saying promoting customer satisfaction. And IBM is able to help customers in COVID-19 scenarios, as I have discussed in the previous two cases, right? 48 hours, 5 days, that is the core platform of IBM to assist financial sectors. Now many of you must having a question in your mind that these solutions are only for the COVID situations. No, these solutions can be applied to the non-COVID scenarios as well. Okay, they will be a part of artificial intelligence platform to help them to achieve further benefits, especially as part of COVID scenarios for cost optimization and at the same time better customer experience, because contact centers have been largely impacted due to pandemic. आपने कितनी बारी एयरटेल पे अगर कॉल किया हो तो उन्होंने बोला है कि हम सिर्फ पर्टिकुलर फीचर्स को कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, उसी के लिए आपके पास कस्टमर केयर अवेलेबल होगा, अदरवाइज फॉर फर्दर क्वेरीज प्लीज अप्लाई टू आवर ऐप, टू आवर ऑनलाइन वेबसाइट, राइट? So artificial intelligence platform endeavor is solution to be provided. अब companies को क्या चाहिए? If I talk about the organized from the organization point of view, they want that approximately 15% improvement in the customer satisfaction, and they want 40% reduction in the operation cost. And not only it covers the contact center but also peripheral operations across them. Contact centers I am again and again emphasizing because those are the key drivers of data. आपने अगर जो भी एनालिटिक्स में इंटरेस्ट है जिसको, वो उसने सुना होगा कि डेटा जो है गोल्ड माइनर्स, जो जो भी जिसके पास भी डेटा है, दोज आर गोल्ड माइनर्स. सो इन आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस प्लेटफॉर्म ऑल्सो द कॉन्टैक्ट सेंटर्स आर द key drivers of the data. They leverage this information inside and provide information to the organization, which help them better information to the customers, and then they will help to improve revenue by 10%, which means that you are upselling and giving targeted offers, products and solutions to the customers. So I have mentioned these as a pillar. So we will discuss first the pillar one, the improvisation of user experience. Now how it comes through omni channel. Omni channel means everywhere, anytime, anywhere. So most of the organizations currently deploying multi-channel solutions. Multi-channel solutions आप कैसे कैसे किसी कंपनी को रीच कर सकते हो? Through their IVR number, right? Sending a mail, ability to chat with live agent, या आप उनसे इंफॉर्मेशन आपको मिलती है. पर do you think all these channels are connected, or they have a uniform view of the customers? Anybody can answer that? Do you think that they are all are connected? चाहे वो आप चैट पे अपनी क्वेरी रेस करें, चाहे वो आप अपनी मेल पे क्वेरी रेस करें, चाहे वो आप आईवीआर नंबर के थ्रू रेस करें. Okay. Not a problem. I think it is
Yes, ma'am.
not connect. It is not connected. Why? Because platforms are multi-channel, but they are not omni-channel. Like they are not present anytime, anywhere. So with the help of IBM solutions, the focus will be on omni-channel rather than multi-channel. जब आप सारे चैनल को कनेक्ट कर लेते हैं तो आपके पास कस्टमर का डेटा आता है. ठीक है, तो अगर कस्टमर इससे पहले आपकी क्वेरी रेस करे, आप पता कर सकते हो कि मुझे कस्टमर की कैसे क्वेरीज को ओवरकम करना है. यू कैन बी बोथ रिएक्टिव एज वेल एज प्रोएक्टिव. We are focusing, I have discussed the cases, those are focusing on virtual agents. वर्चुअल एजेंट्स हम चाहते हैं कि इतने इंटेलिजेंट हो जाएं जिससे कि वो एक सिर्फ एक पॉइंट ऑफ डिफ्लेक्टर की तरह नहीं, उनको हम ऐसा बिल्ड करें कि वो रियल इंफॉर्मेशन लगे, कस्टमर को पता ना चले कि आप मशीन से बात कर रहे हैं कि आप ह्यूमन बींग से. उनको इतना इंटेलिजेंट आपको एल्गोरिथम्स के थ्रू ट्रेन करना है. तो जिससे क्या होगा, व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट अबाउट कि अगर आपने अपनी मशीन को इतना इंटेलिजेंट कर लिया, इससे ये होगा कि जो बेसिक क्वेश्चंस होते हैं वो मशीन कैन आंसर, एंड द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स कैन वर्क ऑन द लाइव एजेंट्स कैन वर्क ऑन द कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम्स. उन क्वेरीज पे वर्क कर सकता है जिसको हम मशीन में ट्रेन नहीं कर सकते हैं. While all these virtual agents perform the intent they have been designed to, but at the same time, you should understand that we are applying analytics. एनालिटिक्स से क्या होगा कि हम अपने कस्टमर को पहुंच सकते हैं, उनके क्वेश्चंस को वो क्या एंटिसिपेट कर रहे हैं इसके बारे में पता कर सकते हैं. तो वर्चुअल बॉट से आपकी एक तो ट्रेनिंग का जो पार्ट है वो इम्प्रूव होगा और आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन भी मिलेगी. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट द पिलर 2. सो पिलर 2 में हमने मेंशन किया है लोअरिंग ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट. दैट मीन्स there is always a pressure on operating teams within the organization to lower the operational cost. तो क्या अगर हम अपने एजेंट्स को निकाल देंगे उससे हमारी ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट कम हो जाएगी? दैट विल नॉट सर्व द पर्पस, राइट? तो हम क्या करते हैं, वी कैन लिवरेज आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस टेक्नोलॉजी, जिससे हम जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं उनको री इंजीनियर कर सकते हैं. जिस वर्चुअल असिस्टेंट को हम बिल्ड कर रहे हैं तो उसको हम अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं कि वो रूटीन वर्क मैनेज करे, डेली वर्क मैनेज करे और कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम्स वो ह्यूमन एजेंट के ऊपर छोड़ दे. इससे क्या होगा, एक तो हमारी कॉस्ट सेविंग सोल्यूशन होगी. अगर हमारे पास चैट का ऑप्शन हमें चीपर पड़ रहा है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, तो हम वॉइस के ऊपर स्पेंड नहीं करेंगे. वी विल मूव फ्रॉम हायर सर्विस चैनल टू अ लोअर सर्विस चैनल. ओके, फ्रॉम द वॉइस टू चैट. और जिससे क्या होगा कि हमारे जो एजेंट्स हैं वो एक्सेस कर सकेंगे इंफॉर्मेशन फास्टर. उससे क्या फायदा होएगा, जब हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन टाइमली आएगी तो सारे एजेंट्स एक ही टाइम पर सारी क्वेरीज पिक करके उनको सारी चीजों के बारे में बता सकते हैं. उनको अलग अलग स्क्रीन पे नहीं जाना पड़ेगा टू चेक कि कस्टमर ने क्या क्वेश्चन रेज किया था, मुझे किस उसमें से देखकर बताना है कि इसका क्या रिजल्ट आएगा, राइट? देयर आर एवरी सेगमेंट इज डिवाइडेड फॉर द ह्यूमन एजेंट कि कैसे उसको किस क्वेरी के लिए कैसा आंसर करना है. और आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस प्लेटफॉर्म से ये सोल्यूशन हम ओवरकम कर सकते हैं कि हमें यूनिफॉर्मिटी हो एक्सपीरियंस के कस्टमर की, उसको ये ना लगे कि मशीन ने मुझे अलग दिया है आंसर, ह्यूमन बीइंग मुझे अलग आंसर दे रहा है, राइट? क्योंकि कॉन्टैक्ट सेंटर्स में अगर आप देखेंगे तो उसमें क्या होता है, आपकी ज्यादातर कॉस्ट जाती है ट्रेनिंग पे, और अगर आप किसी को ऑन बोर्ड लेकर आ रहे हैं तो इट विल टेक 6 to 8 weeks. आप इतनी सारी उसके ऊपर ट्रेनिंग के ऊपर कॉस्ट जारी है, टाइम जा रहा है, तो आप उससे क्या करेंगे कि आप स्मार्ट एजेंट को इतना ट्रेन कर देंगे कि वो बेसिक क्वेश्चंस क्वेरीज ले ले, एंड टिपिकल क्वेरीज के लिए वी कैन ट्रेन देम द ह्यूमन एजेंट्स. Now we will come on the third part. Third part talks about the third pillar is new revenue streams. What does that mean? कि जैसे हमारे कॉन्टैक्ट सेंटर्स के पास बहुत सारा डेटा है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट चैनल से आ रहा है, चाहे वो ईमेल से आ रहा हो, चैटबॉट से, सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म से, और उसके अंदर हम माइन कर सकते हैं जिससे कि हम प्रोडक्ट में अगर कोई डेफिशिएंसी है हमारे, या हमारे कोई कॉम्पिटिटर्स की इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है, या कोई पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव फीडबैक मिलता है हमें, तो हमारे पास सारी चीजें जो है रियल टाइम पे अवेलेबल होगी, हम एंगेजमेंट कर सकते हैं. So the organization will have 360-degree view of the customer, and we can provide them customized solutions. We can have customized interactions. We can pitch our targeted office offers. So 90 to 95% times what happens that we it wasted on explaining and satisfying the customer about the cross selling, upselling, right? So with the help of artificial intelligence solution, we are able to shortcome this problem, to overcome this problem, right? Sir, I request you to move to the next slide. Now, here I've mentioned that through the help of artificial intelligence, how the banking sector will be pursuing their continuity, business continuity plan. I have mentioned intent analysis. What do you mean by intent analysis? Like we already have the data, customer data, and specifically banking sector. Then we have divided our data according to the automobile sector, HR department, IT department, various department in the organization. So the it is specifically with respect to the customer, with respect to the interest industry point of view, as well as the organizations working in the office premise, right? Then I mentioned omni-channel interaction. You can talk through chatbots, voice bots, email assistants, and so on. The next is leverage multiple cognitive solutions. Multiple cognitive solutions in the sense that you can provide ample amount of solutions to the problem through the help of the algorithms you have worked on, right? And the last one is optimization through lean process. Lean process मतलब किसी भी चीज को करने का हमने ऐसा तरीका ढूंढा, ऐसा सोल्यूशन फाइंड आउट किया कि हम उसको कम टाइम पर और राइटली at the right place at the right time and with less work, with less hard work and with a smart work we can provide to the customer. Sir, next slide please. Now, what is the why we have chosen artificial intelligence for the banking sector? So, as I'm talking about the omni-channel thing, they should be connected. So these platforms seldom talk to each other, and due to not a uniform experience from the customer point of view, the banking sector has to spend time, cost, energy चैटबॉट्स पे ट्रेन करने के लिए. तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि एक पॉइंट से दूसरे पॉइंट पे इंटरेक्शन जो है वो हमारा बहुत टाइम ले लेता है. एंड चैटबॉट जो है ऐसा बनाना चाहिए जो कि इजी हो और फास्टली हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स को रिकॉर्ड कर सके. अगर कोई अपडेशन की बारी आती है तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि सिर्फ आईटी पर्सन कैन अपडेट दैट पर्टिकुलर चैटबॉट. एक बिजनेस यूजर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से भी सोचना चाहिए, राइट? क्योंकि हमारा जो कस्टमर है वो बहुत सारे सेगमेंट्स में डिवाइडेड है, एंड देर इज देयरफॉर द चैटबॉट्स हैव डिफरेंट लेयर्स. उस लेयर्स में क्या होता है कि आप चाहे वो यूजर ईमेल के थ्रू भेजे, चाहे वो वॉइस के थ्रू भेजे, चाहे वो सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म्स के थ्रू भेजे, हम उसके सारे सजेशंस ले सकते हैं, राइट? एंड अगर आप उसके सजेशंस हॉरिजॉन्टली ले रहे हैं तो आप क्या करेंगे, अपने डिपार्टमेंट वाइज डिवाइड कर देंगे. अगर किसी की आईटी से रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम है तो आप आईटी डेस्क पे उसको मूव करा देंगे, या किसी की एचआर से रिलेटेड है तो एचआर डेस्क पे मूव करा देंगे. तो इससे क्या होगा कि आप सारी क्वेरीज जो हैं वो कस्टमर्स की लैंग्वेज के अकॉर्डिंग उसके या तो लोकेशन पे आप आंसर कर सकते हैं, या आपने क्लाउड सुना होगा, क्लाउड के थ्रू आप अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर कर सकते हैं, कस्टमर की क्वेरी को रेस करके उसके सोल्यूशन को प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, राइट? एंड वी हैव मल्टीपल क्लाउड्स एज वेल. So what I would say that IBM Watson जो है वो एक solution मिला for the banking sector. बहुत सारी कंपनीज ने जो है उनके साथ कोलैबोरेट किया जिससे कि वो अपने कस्टमर के पास पहुंच सके, जिससे कि हायर एक्यूरेसी आए उनके पास, राइट? एंड now I will request my fellow colleague Professor Neetu to continue with the plan for the automobile sector.
Thank you. Thank you, Neha ma'am. After this discussion on the banking sector, I think the next one of the most important sectors in the economy, which adds to the GDP of any economic organization or a country is automobile sector. And automobile sector is seeing a very rise high of digitization wave. The evolution of data analytics in automobile industry is gaining a lot of importance, especially in the recent times with the coming of COVID, which we will be discussing in our discussion today. The history of automotive sectors, I'm sure everybody will be interested in an automated cars, and especially with the coming of Tesla's autopilot cars. This is actually a revolution in the field of automobile sector. It all started with Carl's Benz, the Benz technology and the Benz model of cars, which were invented very long back in 1886, where the history of cars actually began. So cars have always been imagined as a imagination of designs and technologies which show its efficiency and it show its extravaganza in terms of speed, features, and automation. So, keeping the idea of imagination in cars alive, data analytics इस चीज को बहुत ज्यादा सपोर्ट करता है. Reason being, with the help of analytics, artificial intelligence, IoT, today we will be discussing as to how these technologies are being used for prototyping designs in car making, increasing its efficiency, productivity, features, building styles, and most importantly, providing that extra customer luxury and meeting customer preferences, which is all possible through the mix of artificial intelligence, applications of AI through deep learning, machine learning, the application of AI through Internet of Technologies, and of course, data analytics, which feeds data into all this. So, before I begin, so this is just a background of what we are going to discuss today. To understand technology and automotive industry, let's start with the introduction as to what are we going to discuss today in the presentation. So my first slide talks about the IoT, AI and digitization process, which is going to take forth the automotive sector in the times to come. The one most important word is digitization. That is, what is digitization? Digitization is electronically through electronic power, communication technologies, and IT infrastructure, we are able to handle all the organizational systems and product features. So basically, today I will be talking about how in automobile industry digitization has happened. Now, this digitization has happened through a three, four keywords called analytics. The second one is artificial intelligence, and the third one is Internet of Things. And I would end my PPT with blockchain. Now, moving on to the next slide, one of the most important things that the automobile industry, especially the OEMs are something like, अगर आपकी एक कार बनती है तो उसके अंदर आपको, फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम मेकिंग अ टोयोटा कार, मोस्ट ऑफ द कार्स आर यूजिंग सोना कायो एज इट्स स्टीयरिंग व्हील. वो खरीदते हैं सोना कायो से, द कपूर ग्रुप ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज. तो that is an OEM because it is providing a sub part of the car to Toyota to be put into it. So a car has millions of parts which Toyota cannot manufacture on its own. Indigenous product नहीं वो manufacture कर सकते. So they take it from smaller dealers or outsourced dealers, big dealers who are producing these OEM parts. Like for example, Sona Kayo is producing the steering wheel, which is put into the Toyota cars. So जब ये कोविड का ब्रेकडाउन हुआ, so the most important and the best thing that happened for OEMs and other big retailers like Toyota and others were कि they said that the reviews which earlier could not happen on a digital platform, all our consignments and all our receipts, payment dialogues that was happened between the companies, वो सब होता था through paper system. But now, because of this COVID crisis, we have converted all our platforms onto technology, so that our entire digital retail has moved to digital retail. So we are adapting to technology thanks to the lockdown, that all of us are now talking on a similar platform, that is digital technology. Every interaction between the small retailers, big manufacturers, providers of raw material, the marketing team ahead are all collaborating through a digital platform. What is a digital platform? It is the using of email, mobile technology, cloud computing, etc., which is using, so in a simple words, they are using computer and internet for layman. For basic understanding, they're using computer technology, which has the connectivity of IT through internet framework to able to connect to entire supply chain of automobile industry, right from the customer to the person who does the sales, to the main manufacturer, to the raw material supplier such as OEMs. So after the understanding of this, we need to understand, because of the lockdown in automobile industry, there were many challenges. That was, manufacturing had stopped a big way. There was lack of vehicle parts. OEMs had stopped. जो छोटे manufacturers थे, जिसके कारण वो बड़े manufacturers को और body parts नहीं दे पा रहे थे cars के. So इसे, or most importantly, because of the fall in the economy, people did not have the buying capacity to buy cars. So obviously the sale of the cars also declined, and also which all affected the finance, the declining working capital and liquidity in the manufacturing firms. So basically the entire financial HR was hit, and the main purpose for employing a core IT into the entire platform was in order to make all these four problems alive, and sorry, to go do away with all these problems. For that, they adopted the technology called the digitization. Now, how did they do the digitization in order to kill or combat these four problems? So moving on, we will be talking, what did the automobile sector do? They said, now we have to make it a new wave. It has to be a new normal. So we need to respond to the situation, reset our situation, and renew our system. So when I talk about renewing our system, I talk about digitization. So in digitization, I will be using the computer technology, the IT hardware and software, and other analytical platforms, which would include artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchain, etc. technologies, in order to revive the sector. So to do that, we will now take up each of these big words individually. So moving on, we move on to, so data analytics is the big wave which has to come up, and it is called a disruptive technology. Why? Because disruption मतलब सब कुछ टूट जाना, सब कुछ बिखर जाना. So with the use of analytics, AI, IoT, जिस तरह से ऑटोमोबाइल कंपनीज पहले काम कर सकती थी, अब वो completely disrupt हो गई है. It's all together a business process re-engineering. एक तरह से न्यू तरह से कंप्लीटली बिजनेसेस ऑपरेट करेंगे. और जिस तरह से हमने अभी बात करी थी कि अब हम सारा कुछ डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म पर ही कर पाएंगे, एंड दैट इज द यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी एंड द इंटरनेट. In order to do that, and I talk about data analytics in automobile industry, I talk about three things: electrification, mobility and connectivity, and autonomous driving. So basically, we are talking about electric cars, we're talking about mobile connectivity with the cars and other features like MG Hector is having this kind of a connectivity, and then Tesla coming up with autonomous driving cars. So all what is driving all these electrification, mobile connectivity, which includes IoT and autonomous driving, is through analytics, IoT, artificial intelligence and blockchain. तो हम इन चारों चीजों के बारे में एक एक करके अब नेक्स्ट स्लाइड से डिस्कस करना शुरू करेंगे. तो अब we will this slide basically talks about mobility and connectivity unlocking customer benefits. So let's start with understanding what are the advantages of using AI, IoT, blockchain and analytics, so that you as a consumer understand कि अगर मैंने मेरी कार में इन सब चीज़ों की यूटिलाइजेशन होगा तो मेरे को एज अ कस्टमर कैसे फील होगा. सो दैट इज वाई आई स्टार्टेड विद अ कस्टमर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, क्योंकि हम सब कस्टमर्स हैं, वी आर नॉट द मैन्युफैक्चरर्स. सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि अगर मैंने इन सब टेक्नोलॉजीज का यूज किया फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ अ यूजर, तो मुझे क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे. इसके बाद हम ईच ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजीज को टच करेंगे. So basically, as a consumer of a car or a user of a car at the front end, मेरे को by the using of analytics, IoT, business analytics and artificial intelligence blockchain, मेरे को क्या क्या मिलेगा? Most important is safety, convenience, time and cost saving. Now, how will it be possible? I will just give you a few examples in order to explain a few of these things. So, firstly, as I had told you, that the first very important thing is safety. Why do I say safety? Because we will be using the use of IoT, analytics, and blockchain as I discussed with you further. Now, these technologies are able to record every information of odometer, that is the speed meter of a car, or for that matter, the temperature control of a car, or for that matter, आपका जो gear है या अपना टायर में कितनी air है, ये सारा information is being recorded through sensors in the cars. For every minute or every microsecond or nanosecond, they're recording every information of your car. Like a hospital manages the record information of a patient, in the same way the car manufacturers are recording every information of the car, so that there is safety for the consumer. Tomorrow I know there is going to be a breakdown of the gearbox and black box of the car. I'm ready कि इसमें क्या होना चाहिए, which part needs to be replace. So that's called predictive modeling using analytics. तो क्योंकि सेंसर्स लगे हुए हैं कार में, अब मैं हर एक इंफॉर्मेशन को रिकॉर्ड कर सकती हूँ. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेरा सेंसर रिकॉर्ड कर सकता है मेरा लोकेशन कहाँ है, मैं कहाँ कहाँ गया था इस पूरे 1 ईयर में जब से कार यूज कर रहा हूँ, कौन कौन से रूट्स अडॉप्ट किए थे, कौन सी मेरे ब्रेक की चेंजेस करे थे, कौन कब मैंने टायर में हवा भरी थी. So all this information is getting recorded in a big way, so that tomorrow if there is an anticipated breakdown on any part of the car, I will come to know that this is going to happen, please replace it. Or for that matter, I am my fuel is going low, it will be telling me there is a gas station coming in the next block, get it charged up. So retail outlets which are available, whatever information that as a customer I would require to make the using of my car easy will be offered through this data that is being logged every minute or nanosecond of the car, which is being maintained through analytics. So data is getting recorded. Once data gets recorded, then you can use that data for applications of predictive and prescriptive analytics, which helps you from the relevant data to convert it into personalized customer preferences. For example, I like driving cars which are SUV because I am into a lot of sporty, and my personality is into sports. I am a very sports person. I like that sporty image of mine. So according to my preferences, the companies like a Toyota, I am a user of Toyota cars, they will be referring me to that preference of Toyota League, which is having a very SUV kind of a feel, so that I am tempted to buy a car like this, telling me all the features of gaming, racing, so that I opt for it, especially the speedometer, कि इसकी speed इतनी high हो जाती है, which is for gaming and sporting. So all this. The next very important feature is leveraging warranty analytics. आइडेंटिफाई कि हर एक जो कंपोनेंट होता है कार का, जो मेजर वंस, उनकी वारंटी टाइम पीरियड होता है. तो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन कितना वेयर एंड टेयर मेरी कार सपोर्ट कर रही है टू डिफरेंट पार्ट्स, आई कैन इवन बाय द राइट वारंटी स्टैटिस्टिक्स, सो दैट आई एम नॉट वेस्टिंग my money into those parts of the cars which actually do not break down, and not investing in those parts of the car which are actually getting breakdown. So what do these big players have done, like BMW, Audi, what these people have done is, like Tesla, for that matter, they have gone into community data recording. Means उनकी कार जिसने खरीदी है उसका सारा डेटा रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, कितनी उनका यूजेज है, कौन सा कार ब्रेक डाउन हो रहा है, कि जब उन्हें ब्रेक डाउन होने से पहले एनालिसिस से पता चल जाता है कि इस मॉडल की इस फीचर का कार का ब्रेकडाउन बहुत कॉमन है. सो दे रिकमेंड द यूजर्स दैट ट्राई रिप्लेसिंग दिस पार्ट, बिकॉज दिस पार्ट कुड बी गोइंग इन फॉर अ वारंटी. सो put it in a warranty period so that you can save on your expenses. So that's called the warranty kind of a breakdown. So basically the safety, convenience and the ease of user, when I'm talking about these three characteristics in the slide, I talk about this. So as we move on to the next slide, I have quickly dotted down how analytics, AI and artificial IoT, AI, blockchain are helping you. So basically they're providing you with sensors who are recording the information within the car, outside the car. If there's going to be a rain, there's going to be a heavy storm, they will activate the necessary sensors or hashbacks that there is an anticipatory accident due to non-visibility. They will keep the hashbacks and the security gears ready so that tomorrow if you go into an accident in this road because of low visibility, you will be remaining safe. So it's like a human machine interface. Smart devices, when I talk about smart devices, I talk about IoT, इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स। आप अपनी कार या आप ऑफिस के अंदर बैठे बैठे अपने मोबाइल से अपनी कार का टेम्परेचर रेगुलेट कर सकते हो, एयर कंडीशनिंग, उसका एयर वेंटिलेशन एक्सेट्रा आप सबको रेगुलेट कर सकते हैं। सेम वे वी विल टॉक अबाउट navigation and location, the areas where the accident possibility is high or where there are less people or there is a breakdown possibility, or where the speed limitations are very high, or there could be a possibility of some malfunctioning on that road, or crisis or safety issues on that isolated roads. It will tell you through a GPS tracker that beware, or this is the green signal is getting activated, non-activated, there's a huge traffic system, traffic that is awaiting you, etc. So this all information which is real time means as informations are getting generated in the environment, the data is getting recorded, and real time analytics there and then the system is computing on that data to get a output which is being told to you in a simple human language that correct this, do that to an auto driver or a car driver. So this is the smart utilization of these telematics by all these General Motors and other big owners who have collaborated with IBM in a big way in order to do also all this. So the company like GM Motors have collaborated with Apple and Google to bring infotainment interfaces in the cars so that you are able to be a better user of the same car, and customer satisfaction, which is most important. Like for example, another example is Tesla used a series of multi analytics called the multivariate analytics testing, एक मॉडलिंग टूल है एनालिटिक्स में, जिसके थ्रू उन्होंने एनालाइज किया कि कितने स्पीड लिमिट को करने से हमारा कार में पावर फ्लक्चुएशन उतना होगा नहीं और इंजन पर इतना इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा नहीं, जिससे आपकी कार ज़्यादा माइलेज देगी और उसकी रनिंग और ड्यूरेबिलिटी ऑफ द कार कुड इंक्रीज। एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ इट the car ka sustenance was becoming better and people had to take less claims, insurance claims, and thus they were saved on their claiming expenses, insurance claims expenses, which they otherwise had to bear. So basically this is how I would relate using of analytics in a big way for in a big way for handling of technologies. So moving on, I have told you about Internet of Things. So what is Internet of Things? Internet of Things is कि एक डिवाइस को दूसरे से कनेक्ट करेंगे, दूसरा तीसरे से बात करेगा, तीसरा चौथे. For example, your mobile phone is connected to your phone, so you can use it as a key. You can use it for moderating the temperature. Then from your car you can regulate your आगे the parking facility की open the door, fix the door, close the door, so that your parking could be easy, or wherever you are wanting to park your car in a mall, etc., that can be made convenient. So that's the use of Internet of Things for consumer side of better ease of working of using a car. Second, I would come on to the use of analytics. So in analytics there are a number of tools which are available. Analytics is basically having data में से आप information निकाल रहे हो. तो IBM has made two technologies. One is IBM Cognos Analytics and SPSS Modeler. So जो IBM Cognos Analytics एक tool है, वो क्या करता है analytics में, जो कार की पूरी information है उसको record करता है, और ऐसे आपको मैंने एक dashboard बना के दिखाया हुआ है, Cognos dashboard. देखिए देखिए कौन सा डिवाइस है आपके कार के अंदर, वो किस टेम्परेचर पे काम कर रहा था, उसका प्रेशर कितना आया, उसका वाइब्रेशन कितना है, रियल टाइम एनालिटिक्स आप देख सकते हो. बट टू एज अ कंज्यूमर यू विल come to see a red line. That means yes, it is a caution situation. Please be aware of that component. So you go back and start rectifying it. So as a user, you will be told through a GUI, graphical user interface, like a red light beeping. So it will tell you to make your car better. Same way, I've shown you how these are dashboards which are telling you back end to GM Motors or Tesla or for that matter Toyota कि इस तरह से वो आपकी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन को बैक एंड में रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं फॉर पर व्हीकल आईडी दैट इज स्टोर्ड, जिसके कारण वो आपको बता सकते हैं आपका कौन सा पार्ट ब्रेक डाउन होने पाता है, कौन सा प्रेशर में है, एक्सेट्रा. Moving on to the next one, I would be talking about the SPSS modeler. SPSS मॉडलर क्या है? ये एक प्रिडिक्टिव टूल है. ये बता देगा आपको कि आपके पास्ट यूसेज ऑफ कार से कि कल आपके कार में कितना ब्रेक डाउन होने वाला है. तो ये एक मॉडल हमने बनाया हुआ है. SPSS मॉडलर IBM का टूल है जो आपको प्रिडिक्शन करने में हेल्प कर सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड विच आई हैव शोड यू, ये बता रहा है इसने क्या प्रिडिक्ट किया हुआ है कि किस तरह की इंजन, क्या क्या हॉर्स पावर, कितना इंजन की एफिशिएंसी है, उसका हॉर्स पावर कितना कंज्यूम हो रहा है, और उसके अकॉर्डिंगली वो आपको प्राइसिंग करके बता रहा है फॉर डिफरेंट कार्स कि इस कार की प्राइसिंग इतनी होनी चाहिए टोयोटा की मॉडल लेवल 1 पे, क्योंकि इसके हमने ये फीचर्स दिए हैं. मॉडल 2 में ये फीचर्स हैं तो इसकी प्रिडिक्टिव और प्राइस इतना होना था. तो कॉस्ट pricing for cars in all these big companies are happening through predictive modeling depending upon कि past performances in cars की क्या थी, अब उन्होंने क्या features add किया है और इस features से आपको predictably क्या benefits मिलेंगे और ये benefits आपके transfer हो गए pricing पर. So predictive modeling is used mostly in cost pricing feature in car modeling and prototyping or designing of cars. Now my last section will be talking about blockchain. So in blockchain, if I were to understand, blockchain is nothing but a multi-ledger ओपन बुकलेट. फॉर दैट मीन्स कि मेरे को जैसे गूगल डॉक्यूमेंट होता है, मैं भी उस गूगल डॉक्यूमेंट में चेंज कर सकती हूँ, मेरे काउंटर पार्ट्स जिनको मैंने एक्सेस दिया है वो भी उस डॉक्यूमेंट पे चेंज कर सकते हैं. इससे क्या होता है कि मैं सारे जो लोग हैं जो उस डॉक्यूमेंट पे काम कर रहे हैं, ओपन लेजर काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग, वो सब देख सकते हैं कि क्या क्या इंफॉर्मेशन चेंज हो रही है उस एक्सेल शीट या वर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट पे, जिससे देर इज अ कॉमन अंडरस्टैंडिंग. इस तरह से IBM ने लॉन्च किया है ब्लॉकचेन. वो क्या करता है, जो भी पार्टीज इन्वॉल्व हैं, आप देख सकते हैं इस स्लाइड में कि हमारे को कंसेंसस चाहिए, तो यहाँ पे 4-5 पार्टीज हैं, 1 2 3 4 5 अलोंग द सर्कल. ये सब जब बोलते हैं ओके 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 टू इंफॉर्मेशन, तो कंसेंसस सब बोलते हैं दिस इंफॉर्मेशन इज फाइन. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने कार खरीदी, तो मुझे कार वाला जो बैंक है उसने लोन दिया, उसने बोला ओके. कार ने मेरे को डिलीवर किया टोयोटा ने, उसने बोल दिया ओके. थर्ड, मेरे को वेरिफिकेशन चाहिए फ्रॉम दी मे बी आई नीड माई अदर KYC अप्रूवल फ्रॉम द बैंक, उस बैंक ने मुझे दे दिया. लोन लेंडिंग और जर्नी ने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने मुझे ओके दे दिया, मुझे टोयोटा ने ओके दे दिया परचेज के लिए, फिर मेरे को क्लेम्स एंड वारंटी वाले ने भी ओके दे दिया. तो मेरी कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है चारों लोगों को, एंड दे हैव ऑल एक्सेप्टेड माई इंफॉर्मेशन. सो every information that is created about my car, the vehicle ID, where my car was traveling, who it was given, the identity details of the owner, of the claim provider, of the bank creditor, वो सारी इंफॉर्मेशन छोटे छोटे ब्लॉक्स में स्टोर्ड है और ये इंक्रिप्टेड होती है. मीन्स कोई आउटसाइडर हैकर इस इंफॉर्मेशन को हैक नहीं कर सकता, देख नहीं पाएगा, क्योंकि NEETU को उन्होंने लिख दिया 1 2 3 4 5. अब हैकर को पता नहीं चलेगा. तो एवरी इंफॉर्मेशन इज इनक्रिप्टेड इनटू स्मॉल स्मॉल ब्लॉक्स. जैसे जैसे इंफॉर्मेशन क्रिएट होती है इन चारों एजेंसी से, वैसे वैसे एक ट्रेन बनती जाती है ब्लॉक्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन की, और ये इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर्ड रहती है. जिस भी ओनर, जैसे ओनर ऑफ कार को अगर आगे कार बेचनी है, तो जो भी न्यू ओनर होगा उसको ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द कार एज इट इज ट्रांसफर हो जाएगी, चारों लोग उसको एक्सेप्ट कर देंगे फॉर द न्यू ओनर, एंड a new block of information is generated. So that means when people are trying to play with the odometer, speedometer, mileage meter, या क्लेम कंपनीज अगर फ्रॉड करना चाह रही है, या ब्लैंक आपके साथ फ्रॉड करना चाह रहा है, या टोयोटा कुछ करना चाह रहा है, कोई आपको नहीं कर सकेगा, क्योंकि सारी इंफॉर्मेशन स्टोर्ड पड़ी हुई है, सबने कंसेंसस दिया था इस इंफॉर्मेशन का। तो अब कोई उसको रिक्लेम नहीं कर सकता कि नो दिस वाज रॉन्ग, बिकॉज सबका उस पर्टिकुलर इंफॉर्मेशन पर ऑथराइजेशन और अप्रूवल हो चुकी है। तो दैट इंफॉर्मेशन हैज बीन करेक्टेड, नाउ नोबडी कैन इनकरेक्ट इट। सो मूविंग अहेड, आई एम गोइंग टू एंड माई दिस। ये दिखा रहा है ब्लॉकचेन में कि हर इंफॉर्मेशन, व्हीकल का इंफॉर्मेशन आईडी जनरेट होता है, ये आईडी ट्रांसपोर्ट होता है, मेंटेन होता है, आपकी पूरी इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द कार कहाँ गई थी, कहाँ स्टोर हुई थी, फॉर एनी एक्सीडेंट। कि जब एक्सीडेंट होता है तो वो देखते हैं कि ब्लैक बॉक्स में कौन सा पार्ट था जो नहीं चल रहा था, उसकी इंफॉर्मेशन भी ब्लॉकचेन में स्टोर करके रखी है, जिससे जब क्लेम करने की बारी आए तो वो इमिडिएटली क्लेम कर सकते हैं। पुलिस भी इंफॉर्मेशन आइडेंटिटी एफआईआर डायरेक्ट लॉन्च कर सकता है थ्रू द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑन द स्टोर्ड इन द ब्लॉकचेन। So all this is the use of blockchain in automotive industry. And Watson, as ma'am had explained, I will not explain, IBM एक Watson tool बनाया है जिसके थ्रू वो artificial intelligence, internet of things, analytics in a big way support कर रहा है। And with this, I think I will end my slide in the contribution of analytics, AI, and IoT blockchain in automobile sector. With this, I think we will be closing our session. If you want any doubts to be cleared, you can very well ask us. We are here to answer your doubts.
Thank you, Nikki ma'am. Thank you, Neha ma'am.
Thank you.
Audience, the session is open for questions, please. If you have any sort of question, any basic question, or any technical or any sort of question related to today's session, you can please put on to those persons. They would be definitely happy to answer your questions. Participants, learners, any sort of questions? So I think the session was so enthralling that the audience got understood the concepts. Yeah, we are getting the compliment that it was a great session. It was a great workshop shared by both of you, Neha ma'am and Nikki ma'am. And the concept that you explained was very well explained from the basics till its technical part and the processes, and the whole PPT was self-explanatory. And the addition you did it with the Tesla part and then with the Toyota part was an addition to this thing. So it was an enthralling session with lots and lots of learnings involved. So I would like to thank you wholeheartedly from on behalf of whole Lloyd family. And then I would like to thank all the participants with a small request to please fill the feedback form because that will enable you to get the e-certificate.
Sir, before we go, I would like to share with you that Professor Neha Isar ma'am and myself, we represent the business analytics team of Lloyd Business School. We are working as we have a what I would say state of the art business analytics lab at IBM, wherein at Lloyd Business School, which has been pioneered, and the knowledge partner is the industry from industries IBM. So we are highly dedicated to the research team, which includes Neha Isar ma'am and myself, and there are another big huge faculty lineup for analytics, and we believe that analytics is going to be the next wave. If not today, tomorrow we have to indulge into analytics. For any kind of queries, doubts, or anything that you have, please feel free. We've shared our link with you. And Lloyd Business School is pioneering business analytics in a big way, because we believe that tomorrow is going to be analytics, IoT, and artificial intelligence. More for knowledge, more for health and growth of the students. We are always, as a team, Neha ma'am and myself, represent that any kind of information you can always mail us here. We will be getting back to you. Either we'll call you back or we will email you. And the team of analytics from Lloyd Business School aims and aspires that every student should be informed and should be having the powerful rights of working in a technically oriented environment, and technology and learning technology technology is never difficult as long as you are ready to plunge into it. And tomorrow's way will only have technology. For students who have not got into this framework slowly and steadily, I request that all of you should get into the framework of technology and those few things that we discussed today. जो भी चीज आपको एरिया अच्छा लगता है, कार्स अच्छी लगती हैं, रिटेल अच्छा लगता है, ई कॉमर्स अच्छा लगता है, ब्यूटी प्रोडक्ट्स अच्छे लगते हैं, कपड़े अच्छे लगते हैं, मिंत्रा बाइंग करते हैं, कुछ भी है उसके डिटेल में जाओ कि टेक्नोलॉजी काम कैसे कर रहा है. Just a knowledge and awareness will take you forth, and we are there as partners who can assist you for any doubts, any clearance. We are there as a team at business analytics at Lloyd Business School. And I would like to thank, I have amongst the panelists director Lloyd Business School, Dr. Sob, who himself is one of the pioneers in statistical techniques and is a great supporter and is the oxygen for the business analytics team, providing us the statistical inputs to a technology framework that we are providing to analytics. So thank you, team lawyer. Thank you, Neha ma'am. Thank you, Shubham sir. And thank you, other faculty members, students, and especially director sir, who is present in the team right now. So thank you,
Thank
Shubham
you.
sir. Thank you, Neha ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you
Neetu
so
ma'am,
much.
and thank you, Shubham sir. And I am very happy that everybody liked the session. And as I'm seeing the chat, and we are very happy that we have chosen these two sectors particularly. But as we get suggestions, we can work. We can both together work on different sectors as well, and any kind of query, as ma'am has already mentioned, so we can help you out. And thank you, Director Sir, for giving such an opportunity. And we hope that we will have these many sessions in the near future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Neha ma'am. Thank you, Neetu ma'am. With this, we come to the closure of our webinar series, all the chapters that we discussed during this lockdown. So I would request our Honorable Director, Dr. Bhupendra Kumar Sen, to have a small vote of thanks and further a small information about our next webinar series. Please, sir.
Thank you, Shubham sir, for the fantastically smoothly conduction and coordination. Without that, it would not have been possible.
Thank you, ma'am. It's nice to coordinate with you all. And then I am also happy to share with you all that we have participants from outside who are asking for your mail IDs because they are interested in data and all. So the session was so smooth and so enthralling that people are excited to know more. So we have Mr. Ajay Rathore who needs your ID. So, sir, I will shortly give you the IDs and all. And you can ask your questions if you have directly to the resource person here or on the mail ID. Okay, I think director sir is not there due to some technical issue. So I would like to make a small announcement that we are over to finish our webinar series chapters during this lockdown. The chapters are over with this today's session. We will be coming up with new sessions. We will be coming up with new chapters with various exciting new topics with new faculty persons, our resource persons, and the ones on new topics and new areas. So the information would be supplied very well in advance to all of you through mail IDs. I will be coordinating for the same, and the information will be sent to you on your mail IDs. For today's webinar, you will be receiving the e-certificates in a due course of time. And for next webinar series in the next month, we'll update you soon. With this, I would like to thank you all the participants wholeheartedly on behalf of whole Lloyd Business School. Again, thanking to the resource person who kept a separate schedule for today's webinar, all the participants, students, learners, and most importantly, yes, our dear students. The IDs are there in the chat box. The resource persons have shared their ID. You can discuss the same if you have any doubt. Neetu ma'am,